Hi, and welcome to Anne's Family Recipe. Today I'm sharing with you a video about my favorite season, fall. I'll be talking about traditions, family fun and activities, and of course some tasty recipes too. Fall has always been my absolute favorite season, and in fact, I love it so much that that's when my husband and I got married. Our wedding colors were burnt orange, Granny Smith apple green, and a warm brown, all of the most beautiful colors of the season. To kick off this year's fall festivities, we visited our local farm where they have hay rides and a pumpkin patch. They have an abundance of gourds and mums, a wide variety of apples and other seasonal produce, incredible apple cider, and all kinds of delicious baked goods and seasonal treats. I'm back in my kitchen and I'd like to share with you some of my favorite fall items around the house. The first thing, and probably most important to me, is stocking up on my Hershey's miniatures. This was something that my mother always had in little candy dishes around the house when autumn rolled around. You have to get the Hershey miniature candy bars with the fall wrappers. That is essential. So I tracked those down and I've carried that tradition on year after year. Also, I love those gummy pumpkin candies. They actually taste like orange, but I got those at our local farm too. And you'll see here a tall glass of cold apple cider. That's my favorite way to have it. For me, fall means I will be baking multiple times a week. And this particular day, I made these Harvest apple butterscotch oatmeal cookies. They were fabulous, and I will definitely leave the recipe link for you below. Besides baking, another way that I like to make my home smell amazing during the fall is with my homemade simmering potpourri. So I just take a medium saucepan filled with water, I add cinnamon and some whole cloves, and I also added the apple peels from the apples that I used in my cookies, although they don't add too much to the aroma, but it still looks pretty. And then you just bring this to a simmer and you allow it to bubble throughout the day, and it just makes your whole home smell fantastic. You can see the water is going to get lower as it evaporates, so just make sure that you keep an eye on it, and every once in a while you can fill it back up with water and it'll last for hours. This is my brand new fall wreath that I actually found at Walmart. I had been wanting a seasonal wreath for the autumn for years now, and I am so happy with this one. And that little sign in the middle came from my mom. My dad sends these window decals for my kids to decorate our windows with every holiday, not even just in the fall, but every season and every holiday, and they are so fun. They remind me of my childhood. I don't know if you had these window clings when you were little, but I think they are so fun to decorate with. And lastly is my new fall pillow from Joann Fabrics in the perfect pumpkin orange color. We have so many beautiful nature trails right by our home, and one of my favorite activities to do with my kids and my husband is to go for nature walks. It is so relaxing, and I'm just so grateful for the beauty of nature. My husband's favorite beverage to drink when the weather turns cool is a white hot chocolate, so I decided to make that for him at home. In a medium saucepan over medium-low heat, I'm simmering 1 cup of milk with 1 cup of half and half, a half a cup of white chocolate chips, a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a tiny pinch of salt. And then I'm whisking it together until the white chocolate has melted and the milk has warmed through. To top off the white hot chocolate, I'm making a pumpkin pie spice whipped cream. So I had to replenish my pumpkin pie spice, so I made some from scratch. I like to have all the ingredients on hand to make my own pumpkin pie spice, but of course you can buy it at the store too. But sometimes it's nice to have the individual ingredients on hand to use for various recipes. So you can see here it's a combination of cinnamon and nutmeg, ginger, allspice, and ground cloves, and I'll leave the exact amounts for you in the description box below. You just whisk it together, and then I store it in an airtight container, and it keeps for months. So for the whipped cream, I'm combining a half a cup of heavy whipping cream in a small mixing bowl, and you can see it's the same one I used to make the pumpkin pie spice. That certainly won't hurt anything. And I'm adding an additional teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice into the heavy cream. I'm also adding in 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar just to sweeten it up a little bit, and then I'm going to whisk it together with my hand mixer. This white hot chocolate is a very rich beverage, but I made enough so that my husband and I could each have a cup. And of course, I topped it off with 2 very generous dollops of my homemade pumpkin spice whipped cream. I sprinkled a little extra pumpkin pie spice on top, and this drink was absolutely divine. Thank you so much for joining me today to celebrate all things fall. All of the recipes that I mentioned will be linked or written in the description box below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'll see you again soon.